994. How's the sound? Dupo, how's the sound out there? How's that sound? It's either too loud or not. Ladies and gentlemen, just letting you know that tonight is senior night. We're going to introduce our seniors and welcome them and appreciate all the efforts they've given over the last few years. So please help me welcome seniors. We're going to start with dance team. I hope, because that's how it's written for me. We're going to start with Maddie Kuhn. Escorted by Dad Corey Kuhn, Mom Lindsay Kuhn, and brother Parker Kuhn. And now help me welcome Riley Adams. Escorted by Mom Tanya, Dad Jason, siblings Christy, Trevin, and Dallin. And now help me welcome Haley Knowles. Escorted by Mom Tasha, sister Gabriel Dotson, niece Hazel Root, Grandma Valerie, and Grandpa Larry. And now, welcome Micah. Escorted by Dad Don, Mom Rebecca, Sister Lauren, brother-in-law Peyton, brother Mason, and Sister Sophie. And now we're going to head to the cheerleaders. We're going to start with Kinsey Wyman. Escorted by Dad Gray, Mom Jennifer, and brother Brennan. Next we have Kenna Kuprenko. She's escorted by Mom Sky Kuprenko, Dad Sean Kuprenko, brother Jaden Kuprenko, and best friend Shayna Crabb. And now we have Jordan Rosino, escorted by Dad Christian, Mom Crystal, brother Jaden and sister-in-law Lily, sisters Jenica and Jaya, and boyfriend Adam Buckholz. And now we have Cadence Giese, escorted by Dad Chris and Mom Brandy. And now now we have Kayla Robert escorted by Dad Brian, Mom Kelly, and Brother Nate. And now let's move on to our football players, starting with number 15, Forrest Ambridge. Escorted by Dad Blake and Mom Amy. And now let's go to number 2, Levi Ballison. Escorted by Dad Jean and Mom Missy. And now we should be at number 25, Cody Barlow. Escorted by Dad Ty and Mom Cheryl.
Let's go, Billy Boo!
And now we're at number 22, Wes Benefield. Escorted by Dad Dylan, Mom Molly, and Brother Tad. And now we should be at number 66, Tyson Case. Escorted by Dad Tyler, Mom Megan, and Brother Trenton. And now this should be Vincent Colson. Escorted by Mom Angela. And now we should be at number 77, Wyland Doral. Escorted by Dad Ronald and Brother Levi. And now we should have number 6, Jacob Gove. Escorted by Dad Jeff, Mom Heather, Sister Annie, and Sister Haley. And now number 37, escorted by Mom Laura Convery, Dad Andy Hartley, Stepmom Carrie, and Brother Zion Hartley. And here is number 44, Joseph Hughes, escorted by Mom Jennifer and sisters Courtney and Anna. And now let's move on to number 55, Carson Laybourne. Escorted by Dad Jeff Laybourne, Mom Mona Laybourne, and siblings Callie Moore, Chloe Laybourne, Carly, Kaylee, and Colton Laybourne. now we have Ryan McElroy. Escorted by Dad JD, Mom Lisa, Brother Gage, and Brother Jackson. Let's go to number 9, Parker Pettit. Escorted by Dad Tyler, Mom Jackie, and Sister Allie. Next up, we should have number 67, Austin Smith. Escorted by Dad Jim and Mom Darcy. Next up we have number 53, Ben Stockton. Escorted by Dad Kurt, Mom Diane, grandparents Jerry, Patty Clemens, sisters Jasmine Stockton and Brooke Davis with nephew Sailor, and brothers Alex Stockton and TJ Davis with sister-in-law Parker and niece Royal Fern Davis. And now we have Cole Timothy, escorted by Dad Mike and Mom Nicole. And now we have number 10, Ari Vandenberg. Escorted by Dad Jay Vandenberg, Mom Sally Dyer, and Brother Wilson Vandenberg. And now we have number 33, Owen Wimmer. Escorted by Dad B, Mom Courtney, and Brother Wiley Wimmer. And now we have number 16, Jack Zimmerman. Escorted by Dad Ted Zimmerman and Mom Jamie Zimmerman, along with Brother Cooper and Sister Maggie. And now we have Garrett Woolen. Escorted by Mom Michelle and Dad Tony. And let's hear it for all of our seniors here on Senior Night. I couldn't really hear you. Let's hear it for all of our seniors here on Senior Night. Remember that sportsmanship is a top priority of our schools, both the School Activities Association and the Student Advisory Council. Your pay or complimentary admission to this event entitles you to enjoy an exhibition of skills developed by our students in an educational setting. Please give the participating athletes your positive encouragement and support. Your effort to applaud the talents of all players will be appreciated. Booing, taunting, or intimidating the officials and opponents is unfriendly and unacceptable. Please be an example to those around you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Sandpoint, Idaho's War Field, Barlow Stadium for tonight's home football game featuring the visiting Moscow Bears and your Sandpoint Bulldogs. Before we get to tonight's action, will you all please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem. Noah Valesco. Number 53, Junior Dylan Taylor. Number 11, Junior Alex Thrall. Number 22, Junior Caden Tigan. Number 23, Junior Toby Fry. Number 50, Junior Philip Windley. Number 55, Sophomore Wyatt Hartig. Number 60, Junior Joey Williams. Number 72, Senior Max Leisinger. And head coach Rob Bafus and the Moscow Bears. And now introducing the Sandpoint Bulldogs. coach, Ryan Knowles. Tonight's officials are Joe Domenico, Kevin Hansen, Gary Taylor, Matt Wilson, and Keith Olson. Our dance team consists of Riley Adam, Madison Kroon, Haley Knowles, Michael Little, Lily Barker, Isadora Gilchrist, Lena Krause, Hannah Loomis, Camilla Cleland, Noah Rourke, Ellie Heiss, and head coach Kate Gags. Driving a fancy Beamer with head license plate 7B in 9807. Your fancy Beamer's lights are on and your battery's about to die. As member schools of the Idaho High School Activities Association, the Student Advisory Council, and the Statewide Sportsmanship Committee remind you that sportsmanship and the objectives of educational institutions are top priority. Your cooperation and support of the values, respect, and good citizenship are appreciated. Please be an example to those around you. I'd like to introduce our cheer team. It is Jasmine Alexander, Kiera Balch, Lily Boat, Shannon Crabb, Kaden Skeesey, Annie Gove, Taylor Grenier, Shaylee Jackson, Kaya Kushar, McKenna Kuprenko, Emma Lawton, Annie Miller, Kaylee Nesbitt, Mia Prabilski, Elizabeth Ritchie, Kayla Robert, Jordan Rosano, Donna Tooten, Kinsey Wyman, and head coach Heather Dinkins. As members of the Idaho High School Activities Association, we remind you that this event is a tobacco-free zone. Please refrain from the use of tobacco while on the facility grounds. Thank you for your consideration. Looks like the Bears will be kicking back deep for the Bulldogs is Hunter Garcia and Joe Bowanek.
Jerseys, red helmets, and we are finally, after all the pomp and circumstance, we are ready to go with the kickoff. The Bears will kick off to the Bulldogs to begin this game, and it's going to be a short kick taken at about the 16-yard line. Return on to the near side, cut up the field to about the 30, and that's where the Bears take down the Bulldog at about the 32-33-yard line.
Yeah, we got a flag on the play there. It looks like a Bulldog little blindside block there. That's going to cost the Bulldogs. Nice return there by the Bulldogs, but out towards the 30-yard line. But it's going to be a big penalty here against the Bulldogs, Bob, and they're going to start inside their 20-yard line.
And the penalties, of course, have been the bugaboo against the Bulldogs, at least in the first 5-6 games of the season. The last 2 weeks, they've kind of righted the ship. Last week was a very well-played game on both sides of the ball as far as penalties were concerned.
Absolutely. Last week was, Sandpoint had about a handful of penalties. Lakeland kept it pretty clean for the most part, but they're going to wave off the flag. So that's good news for the Bulldogs. They're going to get the ball at the 31-yard line. But what a big win was last week, Bob. Lakeland Hawks going down there and just really, after that first 8 minutes of the first quarter, man, it was all the Bulldogs from there. So we'll see what the Bulldogs and Theo Bars, this offense, has dialed up today.
Of course, Parker Pettit, 3-year starting quarterback for the Bulldogs. He has one man in his backfield. Parker takes a snap, hands off to him. Big hole across the 35, 40, 45 across midfield, down to the 40 and out of bounds, but not till he gets to the Bosco 31-yard line. Big gain on first down.
Yeah, behind Austin Smith and that right guard. Boy, a big hole opened up for, was it Joseph Hughes on that carry?
Mm-hmm.
And boy, nobody touches it until he gets to about 30 yards down the field, and the Bulldogs, big play right from the get-go.
So 1st and 10 at the Bear 31-yard line, just underway. First possession of the game. It's going to be play action pass. Pettit going deep into the end zone and just overthrows his intended receiver. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, wide open Garcia running right down the middle. Nobody picks him up, and he's wide open, and Pettit just overthrows him by a step.
Yeah, he was wide open, and he did overthrow him by just a step. So we'll see what the Bulldogs come up with here on 2nd down. Operating at the Bear 31-yard line. Pettit over center as he does from time to time. He hands it off to the left side, and a gain up to about the 24-yard line for the Bulldogs. 3rd down.
Yeah, Hunter Garcia, he's getting more reps running the football. He is the backup quarterback, Bob, and this time, they keep it in tight in that wing T formation, get him coming across the line of scrimmage, and he's able to get to the corner and pick up 7 yards on that carry.
Pettit back in the shotgun. It is 2nd down and 3. See what they dial up. They have Joseph Hughes as his lone running back. They hand it off to Hughes, and he is hit right at the line, and I think he's going to be short of the 1st down and decision time for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's 2-down territory here. It's going to be 4th down and about 2. Again, just that time, nobody picks up the linebacker who's lined up in a gap, and he goes unblocked, and he's able to tackle Joseph Hughes right at the line of scrimmage. Joseph Hughes is a strong physical runner, and he's able to fall forward for that 1 yard, but a big play here early for the Sandpoint Bulldog offense.
So they are going for it. 4th down and a long 2 at the Bear 23-yard line. 2 running backs in the backfield now. Pettit over center. Penner takes a snap, hands it off, and Bulldogs are going to have the 1st down and more down inside the 10, inside the 5, and about the 1-yard line. 1st and 10, Sandpoint.
Yeah, Max Frank again. It's been kind of his go-to thing when he gets in that wing T formation. They're able to really do a little bit of cross action in the backfield and give it to Max Frank off that right side, and he's able to find a little seam cut back, and then strong running by Max Frank, and he picks up a big gain and a Bulldog 1st downer on 4th down.
1st and goal as the Bulldogs went for it on 4th, got it, and a lot more. 1st and goal at the 1. One man in the backfield for Pettit. He fakes it to him. He wants to throw on 1st and 1. He rolls to his left. He rolls to his right, back to his left. He should just tuck it in and run. He does, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Boy, he made that look easy again, looking to throw it to that 3 wide receiver set to the left side, Bob, and nobody comes open, and it gets a little bit of pressure, but he's able to kind of just wiggle and daggle and just kind of create some separation from the would-be tacklers, and then he's able to get it outside and then takes it in the end zone.
Great surprising play. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. The Bulldogs, one of their main strengths is the running game, and they try to pass it, but ultimately Parker Pettit runs it in for the score. And here's a 2-point conversion attempt and a left-handed pass, and it is thrown incomplete, and that play really didn't have a chance from the get-go, so they just saw something where they thought they could grab 2 and went for it, failed. Bulldogs lead it 6-0, just underway here in the 1st quarter. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff after this 60-second timeout.
License plate holder now at the Dairy Depot. They're just $10, and all proceeds help support the Bulldog basketball program. Stop by or drive through today on the Dover Highway in Sandpoint. The Dairy Depot.
Cancer screening can save your life. Begin cervical screening at age 25. At 45, colorectal and breast screening. At 50, discuss lung screening with a doctor. Find
All right, we are back, and the ensuing kickoff is a return for the Bears, and a decent return up to about the 28-yard line, and I believe that was Michael Kiblin on the return, number 5 for Moscow. So the Bears will take over their first possession of the game at their own. See, they do mark it at the 28-yard line.
Yeah, really good job. He fumbles the kickoff there and it drops his feet, but he's able to work his way across the field. The Bulldogs miss a couple tackles, and he's able to work his way up the sideline and cut it back and get a decent return there. It's a nice kickoff there by Jacob Gove.
I believe Jacob Gove had a good kick from that young man. And the Bears, the first offensive play of this game. They say it's officially at the 29-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's a pitch to the tailback, and there's nothing happening there. He gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you know what Moscow Bears are going to do. They're going to spread you out. They're going to go, four wide. It's really been tough, and so they've been really forced to throw the football a lot more than probably they want to. And at that time, the Bulldogs do a great job of just stringing out that play and keeping it inside. Wes Benefield and a couple other Bulldogs over there on that tackle. But again, Moscow Bears, they line up in the I formation a little bit with a fullback, but they really like to spread you out here later in the season.
The quarterback is the number 10, Noah Valesco. And he is out of the I formation, as Jay alluded to. He wants to throw. He does, and it's over everybody's head and out of bounds into the Bulldog sidelines. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Yeah, he's just looking to his near side, just on a little quick hitter there, and just pretty well coverage there by Kobe Barlow. Snuffs it out, and the quarterback does a smart thing and just throws it over his head and out of bounds. And now it's 3rd down and 11 here for the Moscow Bears.
Let's see what they dial up with. 8:54 to go in the opening quarter. 6-0 Bulldogs, in case you just joined us. Moscow coming out of the huddle. Valesco in the I formation. One man in his backfield. I believe that is Toby Fry, number 23. Valesco back to pass. He throws. Good-looking pass, and it is on the sideline, out of bounds, incomplete. Couldn't be hauled in. Just a good defense by the Bulldogs, and I believe the Bears will be forced to punt.
Yeah, Eli Hallhouse just, basically that play's called under the center there. He's just looking at his receiver to trips to that side. He's looking at his outside receiver just on a little fade pattern towards the sideline, and the ball a little bit overthrown, but pretty well covered there by Eli Hallhouse.
Eli had a great interception at Lakeland last week. He had to go up and get it, and boy did he, and kept the momentum going in the Bulldogs' direction. Bears will be punting. Snap comes down. The kick is kind of off to the right side. It'll bounce at about the Bulldog 40, roll down to the 30, and that's exactly where it'll be down. The Bulldogs will take over their second possession of the game, 1st and 10, at their own 30-yard line.
Yeah, good job. I know Moscow special teams struggled against Lewiston last week and gave up a couple touchdowns on the special teams. At this one, a nice snap there by the Moscow Bears to the punter, and he's able to get off a nice punt. There travels 45 yards, and the Bulldogs will start their own 30-yard line.
So the Bulldogs coming out for their second possession of the game, as Jay said, at the 30-yard line. Parker Pettit at quarterback. In at the running back is Cody Brewster, number 18. What a season he has had. Pettit's going to roll to his right on 1st down. He's looking, he's throwing, and it is going to be intercepted at the 35-yard line, returned on up to about the 50, and taken down there at the 50 is number 5, Michael Kiblin, with the interception for the Moscow Bears.
Yeah, Parker Pettit just thrown into that deep coverage. He had Ari Vanderman working underneath. It's just an easy dump off about 10, 15 yards down the field, but he tries to force it into that double coverage down the field. The ball overthrown, but really well covered there by Kiblin on the Moscow Bears, and they get the first big turnover tonight. That's just, I think, a throw that Parker Pettit would like to have back.
Absolutely. He threw right into trouble, and Kiblin did a great job to secure the pick. So the Bears, the first big break of the night, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line, just about midfield. Valesco out of the shotgun, takes the snap, looks, throws that to the man out of the backfield who bobbles it, then comes down with it and is dropped for about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, great job there by Levi Ballison at defensive end here tonight. And that time he sees the running back he gets off his block, sees the running back come out of the backfield, and he's able to kind of make up the ground. And then as the ball's thrown out there, it's bobbed a little bit, but boy, great play there by Levi Ballison at the defensive end position.
And Coach Knowles talked about Levi coming up big last week at Lakeland and the week before that at Lake City. So he's really come on here in the late part of the season of the Bulldogs. Well, until that interception, really peaking at the right time. 2nd down and 14 for Moscow. Valesco back to pass. He looks to throw. He does. It is caught at the Bulldog 40, and that should be enough for a Moscow 1st down.
Yeah, anytime you're on that outside, Eli Alshouse lets the receiver kind of get inside of him, so the receiver does a great job of just boxing out as the ball's pretty well thrown down the field, 15 yards. He needed on that 1st down. He gets 16, but a good job by the quarterback and that receiver for the Moscow Bears as he keeps the Eli Alshouse on his back, and a good completion there in the 1st down for the Bears.
The Bears on the move, 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 40. It's going to be a run right up the gut for a short gain, 2, maybe 3 yards. It looks like haven't seen the number yet. I think it might have been 32, Scotty Needham.
Yeah, I didn't get the number either, but just again, a nice little attack up front by the Moscow Bears, just testing the Bulldogs' middle up in the middle and get some decent blocking. Picks up 3 yards on hard running there by pretty quick running back there as he hits that hole pretty hard and pretty quick. The Bulldogs are limited to about a 3-yard gain.
So 2nd down and 7, operating at the Sandpoint 37-yard line. Valesco out of the shotgun, has one man in motion. He takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He throws across the middle. It is broken up and nearly intercepted. As it is, it's incomplete and 3rd down for the Bears.
Yeah, Owen Wimmer, and I didn't get the other number, maybe Wes Benefield right there, but they both Graham Dunkel, and they just basically, it's an interception we had, and they just run into each other and basically break up the interception opportunity.
So 3rd down and 7, big play for the Bulldog defense and for the Bears offense, see if they can keep this drive alive. 6:10 to go in the opening quarter, 6-0 Sandpoint. 3 receivers to Valesco's left, 1 to his right. He looks left, throws right, and it's incomplete. Bulldogs had it completely covered, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, good job there by that Bulldog defense. This might be 2-down territory here for the Moscow Bears as they inside that Bulldogs 40-yard line.
So we'll see what they decide to do, and they are going to punt it. So on 4th down and 7, coach is feeling like it's just a little too far. Bulldog returner is set up down at his 10-yard line. Kicker will be kicking. No, they won't be kicking. They'll be calling a timeout to talk it over. We'll keep it right here and tell you there's 6:07 to play in the 1st quarter. The score is the Bulldogs 6, the Bears nothing. This scoring update being brought to you by Sun Rental, proud supporter of Bulldogs since 1979. They rent everything under the sun at Sun Rental.
Yeah, an interesting timeout here for the Moscow Bears. They're in 4th and 7. Punt's going to maybe put the Bulldogs inside their 10-yard line, but they might dial up something here, a little fancy, maybe the Bulldogs haven't seen yet.
Or they had that dialed up, and the coaches didn't like what they saw when they came out. I kind of lean towards that possibility. I don't know. But glad you're along with us here on KSBT, as well as 97.1 FM, Rock 103 as well, and the Rock 103 app. Remember, you can download that onto your phone and listen to Bulldog football anywhere you are, or you can go to northidahoradio.com and do the same thing. And if you're in the Moscow area, you can tune in for Bear football right here on AM 840 KMAX. So the Bears come out of the timeout, and they are not going to punt. They are going to go for it. Valesco has one man in his backfield. He takes the snap. He's looking right. He's throwing down the sidelines, and it was going to be out of bounds. And the player hoping for some interference. There was not any, and the Bears will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, great job by Eli Alhouse, just using the sidelines as his extra coverage there, and just makes him work along that sideline there and uses that as a boundary. And great job of this coverage there by Eli Alhouse. His ball falls incomplete, and the Bulldogs get their third chance here tonight.
Well, the Bulldogs are their third possession back out on the field. And Jay, you're an old-time traditional Bulldog. What do you think of these uniforms? Do you like this?
Oh yeah, I like these. This is a little change of pace here. The Bulldogs don't bring them out too often. I think they were bought by a former Bulldog. Jared Vasquez, MIT guy.
Big gain on first down for the Bulldogs. It's going to be a first down and more as they get down to the Moscow 45-yard line, gain of about 16, 18 yards.
Yeah, good job right there by Brewster behind Wyland Durrell and Carson Laybourne off to the left side, and just a lot of room there to run. And he's able to use his elusiveness and his speed to get out over the right at the 45-yard line, over the 50-yard line here for the Bulldogs. Big first down.
The Bulldogs into Moscow territory. 5:45 to play, first quarter. Parker Pettit takes the snap, throws to his left. It's complete, and another Bulldog first down to about the 34-yard line. And
yeah, good job by Ryder Haynes. This is one of his first receptions of the year there. Good job of just going up high and catching that ball.
I think it's only the second time we've called his name all year. So the Bulldogs, another first down. They mark it at the Moscow 35. Sandpoint on the move. Pettit barking out the signals, then stops and looks to the sidelines. Tells his tailback what the play is. And now takes the snap. Play action pass. Parker looking, throwing, and overthrows his intended receiver coming across, and that was Ari Vandenberg, and Ari really didn't have a chance for that one.
Yeah, again, just plenty of time in the pocket for Pettit, and just an errant throw. Just needs to sit back there and just let Ari just work his way across, and then throw it in front of him. Instead, tries to throw it right at the body. It's overthrown, and really no chance for Vandenberg to catch the ball.
So a couple of very rare misses for Pettit. Of course, this is his third year at the helm of the Bulldog offense. It'll be second down and 10 at the Bear 35. Parker barking out signals again. Claps, takes it. Play action pass, looking across the middle. Now rolling to his right and rolling. Now rolling to his left. He throws deep, and it's overthrown. Incomplete. Had Vandenberg wide open. Would have been 6. As it is, it's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, again, just Parker's just off his mark here. Again, Vandenberg's standing wide open right around the 15-yard line, and Parker's obviously buying some extra time there. He had great pass protection early, but nobody comes open. But just unable to look downfield, and then rolls back to his left and just overshoots the intended receiver.
5:01 to go, opening quarter, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Bear 35-yard line. Pettit back to pass again. He's looking, he's throwing. It's complete right at the yard marker. Puts on a move and a spin move, but they're going to say he stepped out of bounds just short of the first down, and there's a flag.
There's a flag on the field. He's be holding against the Bulldogs. I believe it's Wyland Durrell, number 77. Again, that's been kind of the thing for the Bulldogs in that offensive line, especially Wyland Durrell on that left side. He's going to get an athlete out there that's a little bit quicker, but he did a pretty good job all the way up until the point the ball was the release, and he ends up tackling the rusher right at Parker Pettit's feet, and that's going to cost the Bulldogs 10 yards.
Yeah, all the way back into their own territory at the 49-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 16. Anyway, Pettit takes the snap. He's got time again. He throws deep across the middle. It is complete at the 25 to the 20, the 10, the 5. He dives for the cone. I don't think he got in, but it's going to be 1st and goal, Sandpoint.
Yeah, again, that time just rolling out to the right side. Nice little play action fake, and he rolls to his right, and then he's looking at Garcia, who's on his right side, inside receiver. He just works his way across the field, and he gets behind all the defenders, and a pretty well thrown ball that time by Parker Pettit as Garcia gets down right at the goal line there. The Bulldogs looking to punch them. It's a big play there on 3rd down and 26.
Absolutely.
Or 4th. Was it 3rd down or 4th?
3rd down.
Yeah.
But it's now 1st down and goal, and they're going to say his knee went out of bounds when he dove at about the 2.5, 3 yard line. Pettit rolling to his right. He throws. It's complete, and it's in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs, 12-0, Sandpoint.
Yeah, and again, another little fake handoff. The Bulldogs really going to probably test this passing game. You know, they only throw the ball between 10 to 15 times a game, and we've already seen them throw the ball a lot more than we'd expect. And that one going to Ari Vandenberg, who comes in motion across that inside position, and he just able to beat the guy out into the flat area. Good ball thrown there by Parker Pettit, and Vandenberg gets in the end zone.
Bulldogs going for traditional 1 point, and it is through and good. And there you have it. 4:35 to play in the opening quarter. Sandpoint 13, Moscow 0. We'll be back with the ensuing kickoff after this 60-second timeout.
Hey, Bulldog fans, this is Toby McLaughlin.
And Mr. Moline.
SHS Scrap.
All right, we are back. The Bears take the kickoff at about the 5, return up to about the 26-yard line, and that's where Moscow will take over. 1st and 10, 4.5 to go in the opening quarter. 13-0 Sandpoint.
Yeah, Logan Tate. He's kind of been the big play guy for the Moscow Bears at the wide receiver position. That time on that return, he does a nice job of fielding that kickoff and gets up off the left side. A short kick that time by Jacob Gove and allows him to work his way out towards the 26-yard line.
So 1st and 10 at Moscow at that point. The Bears on offense, they huddle old school style. I like to see that.
Yeah, I don't think Moscow Bears really want to be in too big of a hurry. You know, try to take some of that time off. It's in a hole here early. They got the big interception there and one big play on a 1st down, but it's really been tough treading here for the Moscow Bear offense.
So it's number 10, Noah Valesco, the quarterback duties tonight. He takes the snap, hand off to the left side, and there's nothing happening there. Maybe lost a yard.
Well, that's a nice job there by Jack Zimmerman. You know, he's kind of that will backer on the right side, number 16, and he just sticks into his ground, and he's not fooled by all the motion and all the trapping, and nobody blocks him, and he's able to just put his left shoulder into the running back and drop him right there. Looks like he's about a 1 yard gain, hits him right at the line of scrimmage, and Moscow Bears able to get 1 yard. But what a nice tackle there by Jack Zimmerman, the senior.
Well, according to the linesman, he lost a yard. So it's 2nd down and 11 at the 25-yard line. Valesco takes the snap. He's rolling to his right. He's looking right. He throws, and it is complete. And a 1st down for the Bears, and down at the Moscow 41-yard line.
Yeah, good job there by Valesco. He just buys some time. He rolls out to the right side, allows his inside receiver that trips right that time, Bob, and he just kind of works his way down, and then it's just about 10 yards downfield, and just breaks away from the defender, and he's got a nice window to throw it through, and a nice completion there. But there is a flag on the play.
And that flag is going to be holding against Moscow, so that fine play is coming back. And we'll see where they actually end up setting this down, and it'll be all the way back to the 11-yard line.
Well, that was deep in the backfield there, Bob, and boy, that's a big penalty there for the Moscow Bears.
And it's going to be second and nearly 30 yards for the Bears. But how often do you see that in high school football where you have a big play, a nice gain, and it comes back because of a hold? So let's call it second down and 26 for Moscow, deep in their own territory. Velasco back to pass. He throws over the middle and is almost intercepted as it falls incomplete. And, boy, throwing into tight coverage. That was a number 5, the intended receiver, Michael Kiblin, but there were 3 Bulldogs right on him.
Yeah, boy, Joe Bohannon had a chance there playing, that cover 2 zone there. Boy, the ball was tipped right before, but he had a pretty good chance to corral that in, but it's unable to hold on there. It would have been a big turnover there for the Bulldogs.
So 3rd and 26 for the Bears at their own 10-yard line. And, Jay, they certainly are being very deliberate in the huddle. That's understandable, but after an incompletion, it doesn't take any time off the clock. So here we go. See if the Bears come up with a big play or the Bulldogs come up with a stop, and they would get great field position. Velasco to throw. He does, and he threw it before his intended receiver turned around. It's going to be incomplete. That's Caden Tigan was the intended receiver, but Velasco threw it just 2 seconds too soon. It's 4th down and 26, and the Bears will be punting from their own end zone.
Yeah, just, the quarterback just really uneasy in the backfield there, Pop, and he just really wants to get the ball out of his hands. It doesn't give the receiver any time to really work on that corner there as he throws the ball early, and the ball just falls aimlessly to the ground. But, again, Moscow Bears, just throwing the ball a lot here. Not much happening on that running game.
It's a high snap, but it's hauled in, and the kick comes down. Fair catch at the 40-yard line of Moscow. Great field position for Sandpoint. They already lead it 13-0.
My hat's off to Joe Bohannon. I think this is one of his first year of playing. Really nobody's like, who's this Joe Bohannon guy, And next thing you know, he's the one that's always shagging balls in practice. And next thing you know, that first punt that came to him in the wind down at Alta, in Utah, he fumbled it, and everybody's like, oh, no. But, boy, he's done a great job of it, under pressure, being attacked on those returns, and he's been able to do a good job of just catching the ball and keeping possession for the Bulldogs.
So 1st and 10, the Bulldogs, 3:15 to go in the opening quarter. Pettit setting up a screen. It is complete to Brewster. He cuts back at the 30, 1st down. He's across the 20, a nice move at the 10, and into the end zone. Cody Brewster, touchdown on the 40-yard screen pass from Parker Pettit, and the Bulldogs are up 19-0.
Yeah, pretty simple play. The Bulldogs have 40 yards in the end zone. They just set up a nice screen play and good blocking there by Wyland Durrell and Carson Laybourne as they get outside off their blocks. And boy, it's just the easy sail in there for Cody Brewster as he does a couple nice moves, avoid one tackler and then into the end zone using his speed. And the Bulldogs up early here, big.
So the snap down, the kick is up, and it is good, and just that easy. It's Sandpoint 20, Moscow nothing, 3:05 to go, opening quarter. Back with your kickoff after this 60-second timeout.
Have you tried the new Fastlane checkout at the
All right, we are back. Bulldogs kick it off. Gove with the kick. It'll be hit at the 15-yard line. It rolls all the way through the end zone. So a touchback for the Bears, and they'll take over, Jay. And about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. And what do you think so far?
Well, I just think, Moscow's really young. I mean, you go back 4 years ago, and you had the Redinger and had just a really stud class of guys, and they kind of worked their way through, and the Bulldogs were able to upset them down in Moscow. I think it was the sophomore year of the senior group, and Redinger played hurt, but boy, it's really kind of flipped for them. The lower levels of JV and freshman football just not there for Moscow, and they got a young football team. I think you're going to expect some good things here with this sophomore and junior class in the next 2 years. But boy, they're in a tough league, real competitive football with Lakeland and Sandpoint. So they got a tough road to hoe. But boy, get the numbers up and things should look up forward. But they're really up against a tough Bulldog football team tonight.
Yeah, at home, and for you Moscow fans, tune in tonight. This is only Sandpoint's second home game all year, and their last regular scheduled one. Hopefully we'll get 1-2 in the playoffs to get to the playoffs. But, just 2 home games, just the way the schedule worked out this year with Colville canceling on us. And well, first play for the Bears, a little pitch to Toby Frey coming across, and it's going to be a loss of 5. So the Bears are now out of the huddle for second down and 15. Valesco, quarterback duties, takes the snap. He's looking right. Now he looks to his left. Now he's going to tuck it in and be sacked. He almost gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd and long.
Well, yeah, good job right there. I can't quite see the number from here, but great job by the defensive end. He kind of gets upfield, kind of keeps that containment, and then he sees the quarterback try to squirt free, and he just comes back and just drops him for another 4-yard loss on the play.
So 3rd down and 17 for the Bears.
I think that was Canning. Is that Blaine Canning there. On a great job right there, just the senior. Doing a good job getting off his block, the junior, and just making a play.
Speaking of seniors, that's a heck of a lot of graduating seniors on this team for the Bulldogs. Very experienced at defense. They bring a blitz, and Valesco's does good just to get rid of it. Should have been intercepted, but dropped by a Bulldog defender. As it is, it's going to be 4th and 17 as Sandpoint sent the house, and Valesco had to just heave it down.
Yeah, boy, Wes Benefield just starts creating that pressure. He gets upfield. And, the quarterback, Valesco, just sees him coming in. Wes is an intimidating guy, 225-pound linebacker, and he just unloads it. And, Graham Dunkel almost there, number 21, the free safety, sees the quarterback's eyes and almost comes up with a big interception.
Second possession in a row, the Moscow punter is out of his own end zone. This one's going to be taken at the 40 and returned to about the 36-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will take over, leading 20-0 in the final minute of the opening quarter.
Yeah, good job there by Bohannik. Again, just under pressure there. A low line drive kick there by the kicker. Not too far down the field. He fields it about the 40-yard line, and it's just kind of a running catch, and he gets met right when he catches the ball. Good coverage there by the Moscow Bears, but the Bulldogs in great field position here to start this drive.
And back out on the field in their rarely worn home gray uniforms, the Sandpoint seniors are on senior night. Sandpoint Bulldogs. Parker Pettit out of the shotgun takes the snap, and he's going to throw again. Very surprising. He goes deep down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Great coverage by the Bears, number 3, Logan Tate, 2nd down and 10.
Boy, yeah, it is again. He's just looking to the outside there. I didn't see the intended receiver. Looks like it's that Ryder Haynes out there. And he's pretty well covered, but Vandenberg on the inside, he's wide open right along the stripe there. If Parker Pettit would just give it a little more time, that's a touchdown there for the Bulldogs, but Parker Pettit doesn't see him. See if they dial that up again here.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs. Pettit looking to throw once again, rolling to his right, goes across the middle. It's complete to Vandenberg. He's down to the 20 to about the 18-yard line. 1st down Bulldogs on a nice gain for Sandpoint.
Yeah, again, not a whole lot of pressure for Parker Pettit. He gets some little pressure from that far side, but he just rolls out to his right and lets Vandenberg there. They got two receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and Vandenberg, the inside receiver, just works his way across the field, and he's wide open and picks up a nice gain of 20 yards on that reception.
Bulldogs are ready to go, 1st and 10 at the Moscow 20. Play action pass. It's a screen pass. It is complete to Vandenberg at the 15. He's down to about the 11-yard line. And Jay, are you kind of surprised to see the Bulldogs passing much more compared to the run in this game as they've done all year?
I think they're just kind of showing something different here. You know, literally they throw the ball 10 to 15 times a game, but I feel like they have an advantage in that passing game. And let's see what they can do here. It's a good opportunity for them to work on this passing game and get some timing down.
2nd down and 2. This is going to be a run up the middle for Hughes. He's got the 1st down and more. He's rumbling, still on his feet. Does he get pushed into the end zone? He's going to be a little bit short as it is 1st and goal, Bulldogs. I think they're going to mark it at the 2-yard line.
Boy, yeah, again, the Bulldogs wasted no time there on that snap, and ball comes right back to Pettit, and he just hands it off to Hughes, who just goes right up the middle behind Ben Stockton and Cameron Barrett, and boy, just a lot of room for him to move, and boy, tough run there by Joseph Hughes.
And that's the end of the 1st quarter with the score. Sandpoint 20, the Moscow Bears 0. Back with your 2nd quarter after this 60-second timeout. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Quarter of typical angle.
Dakota Hartley's starting free safety to start the game, and ends up getting hurt. First game down in Utah, and he's worked his way back into lineup. And the Bulldogs, with Graham Duncan, he did a great job of free safety.
Our next kick is good, and the score is Bulldogs 27, Bears
2. PAT is up and good for Luke Burkett for the Bulldogs, and junior. This is his 1st year playing football. He is a foreign exchange student from Germany, and he just wanted to play an American sport, so he joined the football team. And then when Jacob Gove, our regular kicker, went out hurt, he got pressed into duty. Had a huge game, and he's had a great year.
Well, I tell you, we've kind of got the German exchange here. Last year we had Lasse Kuhn, who could kick it through the uprights on the kickoff, and then I think he goes home and he goes, "Hey, listen, you guys should go to Sandpoint. One of you guys need to go to Sandpoint and be a kicker." And boy, hasn't he been a blessing in disguise? He gets here a little late. His visa was all messed up, and he's supposed to be here like the end of August, 1st of September, but it takes him an extra couple of weeks. But now, in perfect timing, when Gove gets a little ill, he's man on the spot, and boy, he's really taken the extra point and the field goal kicking thing pretty serious, because he's been dialed in most of this year.
And that way, Jeff Gove, the kicker, can concentrate on his punting, which has been great, and his kickoffs, which he's about to do right here. Bulldogs up 27-0 right here, just a few seconds into the 2nd quarter. The aforementioned Gove set to kick off. and he does so. It's a good kick. It'll be taken at about the 3. Return up across the 10 to the 15, 20, and that's where he is met, and that's all he's going to get for the return man, Michael Kiblin, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears in a deep hole early on.
Yeah, just a great kickoff right there. You know, Jacob Goat gets a little hang time that time, drives the ball deep down inside the 5-yard line to the 2, where it's caught and fielded, but it gives the Bulldogs coverage team plenty of time to work down the field and just really snowball them in and right there at the 20-yard line. Good job by the special teams here for the Sandpoint Bulldogs.
So 1st and 10 for the Bears. And taking
tripped on the turf, but boy, he had a nice seam there. But fortunate for the Bulldogs, he stumbles out of the backfield, only gets up 1 yard on that play.
So 2nd down and 9 at their own 21-yard line. Bears out of the huddle. Out of the shotgun is number 10, your quarterback tonight, Noah Valesco. He takes the snap, run off to the left side, and gets back to about the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Bears.
Boy, just a great job there getting out the ball. Number 23, Kyron Riddle. That time, he's been hurt a little bit off and on, and he started at defensive end, and he's back into the lineup tonight. And boy, he just shoots out of there and is able to tackle the running back for no gain there on that play. Great play there by Kyron Riddle.
The Bears being very deliberate in the huddle, and I think it behooves them to be deliberate and let that clock run as much as possible. See if they can get the passing game on track. It's had moments of greatness. There's a pass off to the left side. It's going to be picked off at the 40. Return up to the 30, 25, 20, down to the 15. Inside the 10-yard line are the Sandpoint Bulldogs.
Boy, Joe Bohannick right there. The ball well overthrown his intended receiver on that 3rd down and long. And, boy, he just airmailed that throw. And, boy, Bohannick right there just to make an easy interception. And then he showing some speed there as he races down the sidelines, Bob, and takes it from the 35 all the way inside the 10-yard line. The Bulldogs looking to go up real big here early in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, just 10 minutes and 11 seconds, so just a couple minutes into the 2nd quarter here. The Bulldogs looking at punching another one across. It's going to be 1st and goal at the Moscow 7-yard line. Pettit over center, has one man in his backfield. The Bulldogs have it in their tight running formation. However, one receiver off to the right, another one goes in motion. Pettit's going to throw into the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown for Hunter Garcia, and just that quickly, the Bulldogs up 33-zip.
Boy, yeah, it's just kind of reminiscent of last week against the Moscow Bears. Moscow Bears got up Lucen got up early, 32 into that 2nd period, and boy, it was a tough night for the Moscow Bears, and it's just looking the same way.
So Perchak back in for the PAT. The snap is down, the kick is up, it is good, and it is Sandpoint 34, Moscow nothing. Back with your kickoff after the 60-second timeout.
Get 105 meg fiber-rich in net from 5 for only $25 a month for the first 12 months. One of the many great reasons you get more with Vi. Our network provides speeds up to 5 gig, 24/7 local support, 30-day money-back guarantee, a great streaming experience for the whole family, and free install when you order online. Call today or visit us online at vibebroadband.com. Offer ends 10/31/22. Not available in all areas. Modem taxes and fees.
Bears take the ensuing kickoff at the 5-yard line, return up to the 20, breaks a tackle across the 25 out the 30-yard line, and finally run out of bounds. At that point is Michael Kiblin for Moscow, and the Bears will take over first and 10, 9:56 to play, second quarter. And I mentioned, the Bulldogs, all those seniors on this team. Do you know how many seniors that was? It seems like that was a world's record out there.
There's a lot of them. My wife told me 12, but I think there's maybe a few more. But, the first quarter, boy, stats, by Barry Burke here, the Bulldogs have 104 yards of rushing in that first quarter, 131 yards of passing. So pretty balanced as far as yards. But the Bulldogs, 235 yards of total offense in that first quarter. That kind of tells you the story here.
Yeah, Malibu Barry Burke back on the stats for us. He used to do Monday Night Football, but he got offered this gig and just jumped on it. Back to pass on first down is Velasco, and they're trying to set up a screen. There was nobody looking to receive it, and it's going to be incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I'm counting the hats down there. It looks like there's 18 seniors, and let alone they don't honor the seniors, but they also honor the cheerleaders and the managers too, and throw in 4 or 5 more of those. So 23 seniors here on senior night for the Sandpoint Bulldogs.
And quarterback Noah Velasco took a hit on that screen, as you would expect when you let all the rushers in, and he just didn't have anybody turn around in time to complete that. 2nd down and 10, operating at the Bear 30-yard line. Out of the I formation, he takes the snap, hands it off up the middle, and it's going to be a short game, if anything, for Scotty Needham, junior running back for the Bears, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
Jeez. Yeah, nothing happened up the middle there. But when you say you can listen from anywhere, a Bulldog of 85, Bill Hawkins, former quarterback, number 12 representing, right, Bill? And then, boy, he's up at Yelp Camp right now, up in the mountains, and he's getting the feed right now. So shout out to Bill Hawkins and Randy and whoever else is up there. But good luck. Hopefully you guys have some luck here this week.
Yeah, I'm proud of you guys for tuning in. That's awesome. 34-0, pretty awesome for the Bulldogs too. But let's go back to pass, and it's broken up and incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down for the Bears, and they're going to have to punt.
Boy, Kobe Barlow on that coverage there just does a great job of just reading the quarterback's eyes. The receiver really not looking for the football, which is, just a quick hitter. And the quarterback, the Moscow Bears really trying to get rid of the ball early and out of the quarterback's hands as the Bulldogs bring in pressure. And, not a whole lot of faith up in that front 5 against the Bulldogs front 4. And boy, just Kobe Barlow had an opportunity to get another interception. He's played exceptional football here the last few weeks here for the Sandpoint Bulldogs in that secondary.
Bears set to punt. It's a good snap, good kick. End over end, taken at the Bulldog 40-yard line. Return off to the side across the 40, down to the 30, 25-20, cuts back, and he's going to go all the way. Joe Bohannick, Bulldog touchdown on the 60-yard punt return.
Boy, he had a big wall here on this near sideline, Bob. And you can just see it kind of just transforming, and they do a great job of sealing it off. And then he just uses his speed, boy, a lot faster than I thought. And boy, he just explodes it and gets in the end zone
faster than we thought, because we haven't seen him break one yet. He's mostly, just feeling those punts, like you said, his first year playing, and making a lot of fair catches. So finally gets a chance to return one, get some great blocks, made a sensational move at the 15-yard line. And actually, no one even touched him. Touchdown Bulldogs. It's a bad snap on the PAT. And the holder then picks it up and runs it. Did he get in? It's going to be close.
Boy,
they're going to say
mark
no.
him just short.
Mark them just no. So on the bad snap, the Bulldogs don't get the PAT. My gut tells me it's not going to matter, because as it is, it's Sandpoint 40, Moscow nothing. Back with your kickoff after this 60-second timeout.
There's always a fiesta at Jalapenos Mexican Restaurant on 2nd.
And we are back, and once again, the Bulldogs set to kick off. Jacob Gove in to do the kicking, 40-0, Sandpoint. 8:50 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Barry Burke, our statistician, the Moscow Bears only 6 yards of total offense here so far in this first half, -6 rushing and 12 yards passing. So tough sled against this Bulldog defense.
Kick taking it about the 10, return across the 25, 30 up to about the 33-yard line. So decent return for the Bears. It's number 15, Tate Paul, on that return. So decent field position at about their own 30, say they call it the 35-yard line for Moscow.
Yeah, again, nice return there by, was that Kiblin again?
No, it was Tate Paul, number 15. So the Bears out of the huddle, 8:41 to go before halftime. Noah Velasco, number 10 on your radio dial, one man in his backfield. He's your quarterback. He takes the snap, hands it off. It's going to be a run, and a nice gain on first down for the Bears of nearly 10 yards. And that'll pick up their stats a little bit, give them a gain of 9, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, good job up left side against the Bulldog defensive front. And then, the running back there just finds a nice hole. Number 44, is that what I see? But he's able to really get in that hole, pick up 9 yards on that carry off the left side.
I thought it was 44 as well. Of course, it's not on our roster. But neither was their starting quarterback when we got here, so who knows, maybe an old roster. Bulldogs have suited a lot of players tonight. You can see a lot of JVs here in the second half. It's going to be 44 again, and he gets nothing. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that time, just a good job up front. Tyson Case in there, just doing a good job of just holding off his block and is really building in nowhere for the running back for the Bears to run through. The senior Tyson Case. Been strong all year. I know the coach talks highly of him and how he does up front in that defensive tackle position. Not an overwhelmingly big guy, but he's strong in the lower body and he really holds his ground.
Clock running, about 7.5 to go in the quarter. Coming up at halftime will be our Columbia Bank halftime show here on the Sandpoint stations, with featuring your Jalapenos stat page and more. So stick around for that. Velasco takes the snap on 3rd and 1. He's going to throw. It is intercepted at midfield. Kobe Barlow with yet another interception and a diving catch there. And for the senior, I think he's going to remember senior night because of that catch.
Boy, what a great play by Kobe Barlow. Wow, just the receiver's trying to come out of his break, and the quarterback throws it again a little bit earlier than the receiver was anticipating, and Kobe sees it the whole way and bites on the ball and picks it up right before he hits the turf, and a huge interception there by the senior Kobe Barlow.
40-0 Bulldogs. They come up with the interception. The ball's going to be just inside of Moscow territory at the Bears' 49-yard line. The Bulldogs huddling up real quick right now with Jeremy Thielbar, the offensive coordinator, of course, a Bulldog star here back in the early 90s and the fullback at Washington State, and had some extremely successful coaching years over in the Seattle area before moving back home. So here we go, Bulldogs. Pettit takes the snap. He's looking to pass. He's throwing deep. Has a man wide open. It's Hunter Garcia at the 15, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Sandpoint on the 49-yard pass from Pettit to Garcia, and just that quickly, it's 46-0.
Well, yeah, just again, you go one-on-one with some of these Bulldog receivers, especially Garcia, who's got some great speed, and he just works one-on-one down just a sprint to the end zone, and the most impressive part was just a perfect throw by Parker Pettit to Garcia, who beats his guy by about 5 yards and into the end zone.
And there is a Bear player down at midfield being attended to by medical staff from both teams, and thank goodness he is up and walking off on his own. That's Scotty Needham, a junior linebacker. Hopefully just had the wind knocked out of him, but he looks to be okay as he's walking off with that medical staff. Takes his helmet off and makes it to the sideline. So the Bulldogs up 46-zip, in for yet another point after touchdown. Again, it's the exchange student, Luke Pertek, number 1. Gets another opportunity. And, of course, see on the snap, this time it's a good snap, a good kick, and it's good. And it is 47-0 Bulldogs. Just inside of 7 minutes to go before halftime. We'll keep it right here this time and tell you that this scoring update is being brought to you by Interstate Concrete, proud sponsor of Bulldog football for over 30 years. Interstate Concrete, we want to thank all of our scoring update sponsors: Sun Rental, Interstate, of course, Jalapenos Mexican Food, 7B TV, Northwest Auto Body and Towing, and Ting, Crazy Fast Fiber Internet.
Crazy Fast. We are teamed up with Ting at our house out in Dover. And, boy.
Yeah, that's a recent thing for them out in Dover. That's great.
It's, they do a great job of customer service, great company to work with. And
they are so generous in helping out nonprofits. We just started this huge capital campaign for the Panada Theater, hoping to raise nearly $2 million for restoration over the next 5 years, because in 5 years will be the Panada's 100th birthday. Ting has already pledged matching funds. So say you were to donate $2,000, they'll donate $2,000.
No kidding.
Up to $200,000.
Wow, man, they're doing well.
That's above and beyond.
That is. That's amazing.
I had to get that plug in tonight.
That's amazing. Good for them. Thank you.
So the Bulldogs set to kick. Jacob Gove, he's got to have a kind of a tired foot already here in the second quarter. Kick will be taken at about the 10, and the intended returner slips at that point. They'll mark him probably around the 15, and the Bears will take over. 6:54 to go before halftime, and as I mentioned, probably have a running clock situation here in the second half, and the Bulldogs have a lot of guys suited up tonight, so I have a feeling we'll be calling a lot of names that we haven't called yet this year.
No, absolutely. You know, and to you Moscow Bears faithful over there, you know, I'm saddened by the death of Lance Amandroth, who was a stellar athlete, a guy I participated again. I know he's your athletic director. It's a huge loss for your community, and my hat's off to you. What a stellar guy. He did a great job. He's always professional in his role at Moscow. He's an awesome athlete at Whitworth Pirate, receiver, played basketball, football against him, and boy, he's going to be greatly missed here by not only you guys, obviously, but here in myself, Jay Vandenberg, and his Bulldog community. He was an exceptional man.
Well done, Jay. The Bears run the ball on first down, get about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7, operating at their own 18-yard line. Coming out of the huddle, 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. As always, 1 man in the backfield. Play action pass, a lot of pressure, and Velasco throws it incomplete. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Boy, Levi Ballison just squirting free. You know, Levi Ballison, you know, pound for pound, the strongest kid in the state of Idaho, and boy, no chance for anybody blocking him on that play as he just gets in the backfield very quickly and forces the quarterback there for the Bears to throw that ball away.
So the incomplete stops the clock at 6:09 to go before halftime. Velasco barking out the signals, I formation. Everybody moves on both sides. We'll see who moved first. Waiting to get that
offsides there, yeah. Offsides on the Bulldogs.
So it's going to go against the Bulldogs. So it'll be 3rd and closer. Call it 3rd and 2 for the Bears. Very few penalties in this game so far. I think that's the third flag, and the first one, remember, was waved off. So what an improvement from the first couple weeks of the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 3rd down and 2 for Moscow. Handoff up the gut, and they're not going to get it. Got close, but I don't think they picked up that first down.
Yeah, they're going to mark him down about the 20 or 24-yard line, about a yard short, maybe a yard and a half. Wes Benefield, first time calling his name tonight, just comes up and fills the hole and just stops the running back dead in his tracks.
So it's going to be 4th down and 1. And see if the Bears are going to go for it here. They are. 4th and 1 at their own 22-yard line. The Bears in tight. It's a quarterback keeper, and they get the first down. That's a nice call because he had a good block, and obviously the coaching staff had a lot of faith in that offensive line to get them that little bit of a hole. So when Velasco just dives through it and moves the chains, good for them.
Yes, absolutely. Keep the clock rolling here. 5:25 here left to play in the first half. Bulldogs up comfortably, but yeah. That time, a nice little seam off the left side. Quarterback keeper gave it a pick up. He needed a yard and a half. He ends up getting about 2.5 yards on that carry.
So 1st and 10 Bears, as Jay said, keeps the clock rolling. 5 minutes to go in the quarter. But let's go back to pass, looking deep, throwing deep, and it is just beyond the reach of his intended receiver, Logan Tate. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Boy, great coverage again there by Kobe Barlow. Just one-on-one with their go-to guy, Logan Tate. And, boy, he's just right in his hip pocket. And it would have taken a perfect throw for that ball to be completed. But, boy, Kobe Barlow just have an exceptional season here at corner as he takes over for Luke McCorkle, who now is at Whitworth, getting some playing time over there his freshman year. And Kobe Barlow just slotted right in there and just having an exceptional year for the Sandpoint Bulldogs.
2nd down and 10 for Moscow, operating at their own 27-yard line. Lesko takes the snap, handoff off to number 44. He's got a decent run. He's going to pick up about 4 or 5 yards. It'll be 3rd down.
Boy, nice job right there, just attacking that left side of their offensive line, the Bulldogs' right side. And, yeah, number 44 just got no number here, no name for that man. But, boy, good job right there. He picks up 6 yards on a hard run before he's upended by Owen Wimber for the Sandpoint Bulldogs, but not after a 6-yard gain.
4.5 to go in the quarter. Velasco out of the shotgun, 3 receivers to his right. It's going to be handed off to 44 again, and he's going to gain maybe 1. So back to this 4th down and short situation for the Bears once again. Well, they give him, oh, geez, just a couple of feet on the gain. So it's going to be 4th, and let's call it 4.
I would call it 4th and 4, too.
So we'll call it 4th and 4. As 44 goes out of the game, and we apologize, not on the Bears roster. And Moscow going for it once again. They might have to call a timeout. There's a lot of discussion after the huddle, so they better hurry up. Velasco barking out the signals.
That's a delay of game.
That's
right
a delay of game as they came out of the huddle, which their huddles are very deliberate. And then one receiver, the running back, and the quarterback all stood there making sure they had the play right. And or did they get a timeout in time?
Yeah, did they call a timeout? I think they might have called a timeout.
Sideline got in a timeout there. 47-0 Sandpoint, 3:33 to play in the second quarter. This scoring update brought to you by Northwest Auto Body and Towing, with 2 locations to serve you, one in Sandpoint and one in Ponderay. Since 1976, providing quality repairs throughout North Idaho. That's Northwest Auto Body and Towing.
Yeah, just down the road from the Dairy Depot, and boy, they do a wonderful job there. Just on Michigan Street near the high school. And boy, thanks for your guys' support. Again, able to put us on the radio, right, Bob? Is that how that works?
Oh, yeah. All of these sponsors, think about it every week. We were on the road in a lot of hotels and things like that. It's not inexpensive doing these broadcasts.
It is not. And, and thanks to, you guys at Blue Sky Broadcasting for I mean, this is kind of a thing where not too many people do this anymore.
No. And on 4th down, Valesco throws, and it is caught momentarily and then broken up by a Bulldog defender, and they're going to turn it over on
Barlow
downs.
again. Gosh, what a great job right there. Never looks for the ball, sees the receiver's hands go up, and he's able to get his left arm in there as he's trying to corral the ball and gets it in between before he can tuck it away and knocks it away from the intended receiver. That is just top-notch defense there by Kobe Barlow. That is textbook defense there at the corner spot there. That's the way Coach Albertson dials it up. That's how he coaches them, and boy, he did it perfect that time.
Well, you know, Kobe, even though he's got the football pedigree name, this is Barlow Stadium after all, named after his great-grandpa, but he didn't play football until sophomore year, is that right?
That's right.
He's come a long way and has really picked up his game in the last month here. So the Bulldogs, 1st down and 10 at the Bear 34-yard line. Back to pass once again and overthrows his intended receiver, incomplete. And I don't think this Bulldog air attack will continue into the second half.
No, you're going to see some of these guys. You might even see the young sophomore Lehman get some snaps behind quarter, and a lot of these backup offensive linemen. But again, just lining up tight in that wing tee, something we haven't seen yet, and trying to find. Looks like Max Frank down the sideline there. The ball just he was open. The ball just overthrown there by Parker Pettit.
So Pettit over center, one man in his backfield, tight formation for the Bulldogs. One man goes in motion. They hand it up right up the gut and on, just rambling down to about the 18-yard line for a nice gain of about 16 yards and a Bulldog 1st down.
Looks like that was that Joseph Hughes on
I
that
believe
carry?
So.
Number 44. Just,
one thing about these uniforms, it is hard to see the numbers.
Yeah, boy, just a nice hole opened up behind Ben Stockton and Cameron Barrett that time.
Pettit back to the shotgun formation. Rolls to his left, looking under a lot of pressure, and he is going to go down at about the line of scrimmage. So great defense by the Bears, secondary, nowhere to go, and he takes the sack. He's going to lose a yard or two.
Yeah, Toby Fry, the junior, for able to track down the speedy Pettit from behind us. He's looking to throw the ball into the end zone, and he's able to corral him and wrap him up, and then another Moscow Bear over the top to finish him off.
So 2nd down and 12. Pettit back to pass, rolling. He gets sacked once again, and he loses the football. They're going to call that an incomplete or a fumble.
Yeah, incomplete. He was trying to throw it there, but boy, the Moscow Bears bringing a big blitz off that right side that time, and nothing happening there as he just comes unblocked, and Parker Pettit really didn't have a chance to even look downfield. And lucky he was able to call that incomplete because, boy, it looked like almost intentional grounding. Should have almost been a sack for the Moscow Bears.
A good defense by the Bears once again. Pettit has 3 receivers to his right. He is going to throw to his man out of the backfield. That's Brewster. It's complete. He's across the 20 to the 10 to the 5. Touchdown. And, Jay, what a prediction. As soon as Brewster caught it, you said that's going to be a touchdown. He broke 2 tackles. And once again, into the end zone for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, pretty simple. Just outnumbered to that's you got one-on-one coverage on the wide receiver. The Bulldogs got 3 receivers to the far side of the field, no safety over top, and anytime that the running back comes out of the backfield, the linebackers don't. But you have leading blockers of Wyland Durrell and Carson Laybourne out in front, and it was 4-on-2, and Cody Bruce just rambles in pretty easy on that touchdown.
Hertek's kick is perfect, and once again we'll be back with the ensuing kickoff with the score Sandpoint 54, Moscow nothing, back in 60 seconds. And we are back. Bob Whitty, Jay Vandenberg along with you. And Jacob Gove's kick goes through the end zone. Moscow will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, just watching some film on the Moscow Bears, over the course of this week, Bob, and Kellogg's a pretty good football team, and they were able to really handle the Moscow Bears that first game of the year, just through the air. The Luna boys got it done there and down in Kellogg, but it's just been a tough schedule for them, and just really been behind the chains all year long offensively, and really unable to really stop anybody's offense. And it's a rebuilding year for this first-year coach staff here for the Moscow Bears. As Hebling stepped down last year, and they got some work to do.
Play action pass on 1st down, and it's going to be intercepted at the 30-yard line. Return on up to about the 10, 11-yard line, and the Bulldogs another interception and back in the red zone. 1:50 to go before halftime, already leading 54-0.
Yeah, Owen Wimmer, great job right there. Just drops back at the linebacker position, finds his zone, and the ball. The quarterback Vlesko just trying to find a receiver. He's kind of open, but he's just unable to get it over the top of that second wave there of Bulldog defenders. And great catch there by Owen Wimmer, who snags it out of the air and about the 30-yard line and returns it all the way down to the Bulldogs or the Moscow Bears 12-yard line. Just an exceptional play by the senior Owen Wimmer.
Well, the Bulldogs on the sidelines, huddled with offensive coordinator Jeremy Thielbar.
Yeah, it's tough. The Bulldogs going to have a bye next week, so you really got to kind of stick with this, and play the game and work on some things. And so a really tough spot here for the Bulldog coaching staff as this game's definitely out of control. But you got to keep on playing hard.
And the Bulldogs were going to run there on 1st down, but there's
delay of game
against Sandpoint. I thought they were taking a lot of time on the sidelines talking to the offensive coordinator, so it's going to be 1st and 15 back at the Moscow 17-yard line. Pettit, one man in his backfield. Takes the snap. He's going to drop back. He's looking. He's hit, and he heaves the ball. It's taken at the 15. A little move at the 10, and still on his feet. Break back inside the 5-yard line, and see where they finally mark it. The Bulldogs getting close to that end zone once again. They're going to put him down right at the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and technically the Bulldogs could get a 1st down at about the 1.5-yard line. Clock down to 1:15. Pettit rolling to his left, throws into the end zone. It is caught, and another Bulldog touchdown.
That one to Max Frank there. That time just working into motion, and he just comes across the field. And, just too fast, too quick for that secondary for the Bears, and just unable to cover him. And pretty easy catch and a toss and catch there by Parker Pettit and Max Frank.
So once again, Pertek back out on the field for the PAT. Snap is down, kick is up, it is good. Ball sails into somebody's backyard, and it is 61-0 Bulldogs. We'll keep it right here this time. 1:08 to play before halftime. Coming up at halftime, our Columbia Bank halftime show. I want to thank the fine folks at Columbia Bank for once again sponsoring that, and once again sponsoring our Bulldog Bench Booster Club Fall Scramble last weekend, which was a smashing success at the Idaho Club. And just a great group of guys and a team effort to pull that off again. Our 30th year of Bulldog Bench golf tournaments, which is staggering to me. And Columbia Bank with us the entire way.
Yeah, boy, that's been a long-standing. I always think it goes back over 30 years, but I can remember playing 91
Yeah.
Boy, it's been a long time, and boy, what a great job you guys do at Bulldog Bench, raising money for the Booster Club and taking care of some of all the stuff that they just can't afford there at the high school.
Well, thank you. Kick is taken at about the 7-yard line. Return, nice move, jigging up to the 25 to about the just shy of the 30-yard line is the return for the Moscow Bears. Try to get you that number here. It looks like Tate Paul on that return. So just inside of a minute to go before halftime, and I was starting to say, so the Columbia Bank halftime show, and Jay Vandenberg will be along with our Jalapenos Fine Mexican Food stat page being compiled by our very own Barry Burke this week, and it's been rough for these broadcasts, mostly on the road, and everywhere we've gone, there just hasn't been a seat for Barry, so it's great to see him here tonight.
Love having Barry.
The snap, they're going to run it right up the middle again. It's 44, and he's going to get a gain of 2 or 3 yards. Going to keep the clock running as we head towards the aforementioned halftime.
Yeah, good job up front there by the Bulldog defense. Running back out of the little hole off to the right side, and boy, Owen Women right there to make a tackle after about a 3-yard gain.
Moscow will have to snap it one more time. In absolutely no hurry to get out of the huddle. And they finally are down inside of 15 seconds to go. Valesco out of the shotgun. This will definitely be the last play of the half. It's going to be 44 again up the middle, and that's going to do it here. Glad you're along with us right here on AM 840 KMAX in Moscow, also Rock 103 and at KSPT, where it is halftime at War Memorial Field here at Barlow Stadium, with the Bulldogs up easily 61-0 over to the Bears. We'll be back with your halftime show and the Jalapeno stat page after this 2-minute
Hawkins on the carry, tackled by 53, not on the roster. Hawkins once again on a carry, tackled by Philip Windley. Ball's on the 2-yard line, 3rd down and goal, Bulldogs. Hawkins on the carry, tackled by Caden Tigan, gain of 91. It is 4th down and goal. Protect, ready for the field goal. Field goal try is good. Score is 64-0.
All right, we are back, and it is a running clock situation here at Barlow Stadium, War Memorial Field in Sandpoint. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 64-0 Bulldogs on a big senior night, just our 2nd home game, but we will have a home playoff game in 2 weeks. And if the Bulldogs are successful in that one, it looks like we will have a 2nd home playoff game, and boy, do we deserve it. Return on from Moscow. The runner basically slides down at the 22-yard line. And the clock again is running. 2.5 to go.
This will be one of the shortest second halves I can remember, Bob.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, good job coverage right there. Nice kick there by Jacob Dove. Drives it down inside the 5-yard line, and boy, the Moscow return. It looked like he had a little lane out to the left side, but boy, it's just snowed under there right about the 20-yard line as he slips and falls, and Moscow Bears start the next series here at the 21-yard line.
And staying in at quarterback, number 10, and Noah Valesco. He's gone the entire way. He's taking it out of the shotgun, and it's a run right up the middle for 44. Again, he's not on our roster, and I apologize for that. He gets a gain of about 4, and it's 2nd down and 6 for the Bears. The clock, minute and a half to go in the 3rd quarter. That's fastest third quarter in my lifetime.
It is.
Wait,
it is pretty fast.
Can't say enough about the Bulldog faithful. I mean, this nice new huge stadium, and it is standing room only, and lots of folks, of course, on the sidelines as well. And you know, last week at Lakeland, I'd say at least half of the fans were from Sandpoint.
Yeah, you know, if you want to watch the Bulldogs play this year, you're going to have to hit the road, right? You know, it's the only one, you know, and so Lakeland's kind of like a home game. It's not too far down the road, so yeah, absolutely.
The pass is intercepted at the 40-yard line off of a shoulder pad of a Bear and taken back to about the 21-yard line. So the Bulldogs, another interception. That one was a good pass. The receiver just couldn't haul it in. The ball flew up in the air. Bulldog, second or third stringer, made the interception, returns it to the 21.
Boy, you know, it's Cole Timothy, senior. You know, he hasn't got to play much football this year, and he gets his opportunity to get in there. And boy, what a senior night for him and his family. He comes away with a tip ball interception, playing free safety. Cole Timothy, the senior backup. Boy, what a great play right there, and a nice return after the interception.
The Bulldogs at the Moscow 21-yard line. Lehman barking out the signals. Hawkins still in at the tailback position. Lehman takes the snap, hands it off to Ashley. He's up the gut, has a nice hole down to about the 13-yard line, and that's going to do it for the third quarter with the score. Sandpoint 64, Moscow nothing. Back with your fourth quarter and that running clock after this 60-second timeout. All right, we are back, and again, running clock just began here for the fourth quarter. Bulldogs second down and 3 at the Moscow 13-yard line. Lehman at quarterback. Ashley Hawkins again, his lone running back. Bulldogs taking every allotted second to snap the ball. They finally do. And Lehman's going to keep it himself off the right side, hangs onto that football, gets a very short gain. So it'll be third down. We'll have to wait till they actually mark it, tell you third and what, probably about.
Bear hurt on the field here.
Yeah, one Bear goes limping off on one foot. Looks like number 20, well, it's a 21, which of course we don't have on our roster.
Yeah, at the time, Drew Lehman just trying to find a little, you know, it's second down and about a long 3, and he calls his own number that time and is able to pick up about 1.5 yards, but before he snowed under there. But the Bulldogs being conservative and really running that clock here.
So a timeout was called as there is another player we couldn't see because of where the Bulldogs are huddled up together. So that does stop the clock while they're looking at another. So 2 Bears injured on that second down play. And we can't see that player's number. A bunch of Bulldogs in our line of vision.
The running back, 44.
Yeah. So he's up and walking off on his own strength. That's great to see. So number 44 off, and probably going to be the end of his evening. And Bulldogs now coming out with the play. It is going to be third down and about 1.5 yards at the Moscow 12. Lehman still out of the shotgun. 2 receivers on both sides. See if he throws for it. If the Bulldogs want to just pick up the first down. Clock does start to run again. Bulldogs taking time. Lehman's going to call his own number again, and he's going to be close to that first down. Depends on the spot as they pushed him back, and yeah, he will have a first down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, needed to get across the 10-yard line, and looks like he made it all the way down at about the 9, maybe the 8.5. A good job right there by Drew Lehman on that carry.
So first and goal, Bulldogs.
We got officially 2 minutes and 28 seconds left in this game. 10 minutes and 20
10 minutes, I was going to say. I don't know what rule you're pulling out of your hat there.
Oh, jeez. It's tough view for me up here.
Clock will hit the 10-minute mark by the time Lehman takes this snap. First and goal from the 9. Bears anticipate the run and snuff out Hawkins all the way back to the 11-yard line. So great defense by the Bears. They sent a couple of linebackers, and Ashley didn't have much of a chance on that.
No, he did. And again, the Moscow Bears, anticipating the Bulldogs are going to run the football right here. So they're putting all their guys in the box and, just basically outnumbering the blockers. In a situation, you'd probably just throw the football in a situation like this, but I don't think the Bulldogs will do that.
So second down and goal from the 11. Same setup. Bulldogs 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Lehman claps his hands twice and then sideline changes the play. It's a good experience for most of these sophomores out there off the JV squad. The Bulldogs going to have to, they have a delay of game actually, because there seemed to be, when they changed the play from the sidelines, there seemed to be some confusion and
yeah, a little disconnect, JV football coaching staff. I know Theo Barr's over there probably calling the plays. It's like they're just not on the same page, maybe a little bit different.
That's what I was thinking. The quarterback looked like, we don't know that one, Coach.
Yeah, not sure what you're calling. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's correct. Delay game, clock still rolls.
The second and goal from the Moscow 16-yard line. It's a situation you don't hear of often. Lehman finally does take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Hawkins, right side, looking for a block. Gets it. He's inside the 10. He gets down to about, of course, depends on the spot, the 7 or 8-yard line. So it'll be third and goal from somewhere inside the 10, I think. Well, actually, they mark it at the 10.
Yeah, third down play call here. See what Theo Barr dials up. See if they can't punch it in. It'd be nice to see them punch it in or have a little bit of that hanging their hat for the JV here, or the second squad JV team, basically.
Clock down to about 7.5 by the time they get this play going. Third down and goal. Lehman's going to throw it. It's caught off to the left side, and it's not going to get in. It's going to be fourth and goal from about the 4-yard line for the Bulldogs.
Boy, nice throw right there by Lehman. He just fakes the handoff and then able to just pull it out quickly and hit the receiver out to the left side on a little bubble screen. And, he does a good job fighting hard down from the 10 inside the 5 to near the 4-yard line.
So Pertek again in for a field goal for the Bulldogs. And the snap forthcoming. There it is. It's down. The kick is up. And it is good. And we'll have to check the Bulldog football record books to see what the most PATs in a single game is, because this has got to be close to it. It's 67-0 Bulldogs. The clock continues to run, and I think we'll just keep it right here as ensuing kickoff once again forthcoming. No Bonners Ferry game tonight, as it turns out. The Badgers enjoying one of their best football seasons in many, many years.
Did they not play last week, or did they play last week?
Played last week.
Yeah, they beat Kellogg. It was a huge win for them against Kellogg, 29-0.
They are undefeated.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I honestly didn't see that coming. So great for the folks in Bonners Ferry and all the Badger fans out there having a great football season.
Well, there's some tough football down south. You know, we played Homedale here in that
Yeah.
3As, you know, and
Oh, man.
you know,
Those guys are totally legit 4A team. I mean, they're good.
Yeah, we were up 28-7, but they were able to scramble back in that last little 5 minutes and make it a game and kept us all on the edges of our seats. But, boy, that's a tough road to hoe for, you know, some of these teams up north, you know, Bonners and Kellogg to have to travel down there because that's a good football team.
Moscow takes the kick at the 10-yard line and up across the 25 to about the 32-yard line. Just 5:22 to go in this one. And the Moscow offense back out on the field. Been a tough night for Noah Velasco at the quarterback. He's had a couple of nice throws dropped. He's been under pressure all night and has had to throw the ball away. And the Bulldogs very opportunistic. How many interceptions have we had?
Hey,
Four interceptions. That's remarkable. Down to 4.5 to go in the game. Velasco takes the snap. Bears will keep it on the ground. It's a new running back who gets a no gain. Actually loses a couple of yards. It'll be second down.
Yeah, good job right there by Bulldog number 86. Just a big kid. He's got a bright future here for this Bulldog football team. He's tall, 6'4", rangy. Going to play some receiver, some defensive end, and he's, you know, expect some big things out of that kid. He has all the measurables to really be a successful football player, and he's a big-time baseball player too, playing varsity baseball this past year.
So second down. Let's go back to pass. He was looking over the middle. He throws incomplete. It's a minute after 9 o'clock. This is a Rock 103 as well as a KSPT in Sandpoint. You are also tuned in the Moscow area to AM 840 KMAX along with us this evening. Bulldogs have a weird bye next week, the last week of the season bye. Remember we used to play Post Falls on Halloween every year?
I remember that, yes.
That was always
we don't even play Post Falls.
No, we don't even play Post Falls.
Boy, Post Falls was beating Coeur d'Alene tonight. I saw here on the Max Prep scoreboard. This is a could be an
so
upset.
Anyway, bye next week. Jay looking up that Coeur d'Alene Post Falls game right now.
21-6, Post Falls won.
Wow. 3 minutes to go here. Velasco, a long pass. It is incomplete as receiver was threw it into double coverage, and Bulldogs able to knock it out of the receiver's hands.
Yeah, Lucas Hansen, number 3 there playing corner. He's got one-on-one coverage, but the ball hangs up in the air and allows the free safety Timothy to get over the top there. But boy, great coverage there by Lucas Hansen.
Clock down to 2.5 to go in this one. It's fourth down for Moscow, so they are punting. Bulldogs don't have anybody back to receive this. Now finally, the guy in the middle runs back there. It's a bad snap, and the Bulldogs snuff it out down at the 19-yard line at the 2-minute mark to mercifully end this game here pretty doggone soon.
I think that'll do it. I think the Bulldogs should probably take a knee and Moscow get on the bus, head home. Boy, just just hats off for them to get up here and just show up. The Bulldogs really got it rolling now, Bob, and this is a tough senior-oriented Bulldog football team, and Moscow really young, undersized, and just really overmatched in all phases of this game, and hats off to them. There's no quit in them. They're still running, sprinting off the field, no heads hanging. So good job by the coaching staff over there to keep the spirits up and to keep competing to the final whistle.
Speaking of that final whistle, there's 1 minute, 15 seconds to go as we have gone, despite the new rule, running clock the entire second half here. And the Bulldogs lining up, and it's going to be Pettit back in the game to just take a knee. And
I think he's got all the seniors in on the field there, Bob. Actually, that's what I'm. Senior night, you got all the seniors in the game here.
Just to take a knee, but
a
classy move. Let some of them that do not get a lot of action to be able to get out there. And just one more knee, and this thing is over. Pettit over center, takes that snap, hits the knee, and this game is over with the final score. Sandpoint Bulldogs 67, Moscow Bears nothing. We'll be back with your Mountain West Bank post-game show featuring your Jalapeno stat page after this 2-minute timeout.